You will only see this when it is time for you to answer the call. Your soul has been asking you for a specific path or timeline that you have subconsciously been blocking or ignoring. This is kind of like whatever blocks you've been experiencing is really just you being afraid to step into the truth of you. I have this Crow card here. This is the only card that came out when I was shuffling on this message. This is the Magician in the traditional deck. The Crow here carries the old off on its back to call in the new. This is telling that you are in a transitional time, but it is very potent for manifestation, and that you currently have the capacity and the ability to manifest this thing that your soul has been asking for. You've been doing a lot of work. You've been diligently and patiently, steadily working towards this goal. However, there is this energy where you have not felt fully ready to step into this. In fact, you have been working in this realm for quite a while, but your energy has subconsciously been blocking the full manifestation of this. That you have been wondering when this breakthrough is going to occur. However, this is all here for you now. When I have the Magician out here, it says that you have all of the tools that you need to create the life that you want. And that all the actions that you take every single day is what is manifesting your dream life. I go over this in my roadmap to your dream life, which is a guide that I created. It's in my bio. It's time for you to walk away from this old version of you that is afraid, that doesn't want to step into what your soul knows that you're meant to be. And this could likely be due to like some visibility wounds. If you've had to play small your whole life, it's time to shed that. And this isn't easy. It is a painful process of letting go. You have been divinely guided through this, and this is happening a lot more quickly than you realize. So if you've been feeling any pain in regards to this is a sign of things moving quickly. That usually, well, not usually, always. Chaos is a sign of a manifestation in process. So you are in the process of grounding this in. It's one of those things where you just have to keep choosing this every single day. On my computer it says verify it's you. So you have had to, and 222 on my timer, that's co-creation energy. This is like you have had to affirm this new identity every single day. Again, this is something that I talk about and go over in the roadmap to your dream life. It is that choosing this every day, I break it down into groundwork that you need to do to get into this state. And then it's daily, weekly, and monthly action steps that ground the future reality into the reality that you're currently living. It's something that makes it a piece of your present every single day, right? How the past, present, and future are kind of all happening at once. It is what integrates it into your present reality so that it's not separate from you. It is an intrinsic part of everything you do every single day. So again, go check that out. If you are trying to call something in and you've been struggling with it, it is what breaks it down. I have done this. This is what I did to go from, I was born into a life where I didn't think anything in my soul was meant for me. And so it took me from a place of hopelessness. I have been working steadily, like 6 days a week since I was 11 years old. I've been working 3 jobs since I was in high school. To put like food on the table and that sort of thing. There's a side of me that no one knows about, how much I have had to overcome and all of that. To go from that, someone whose only identity was working, I would try to pick fun jobs because I knew there was going to be no joy anywhere else in my life, that everything was working and paying bills and going to sleep, and that there was nothing else to me. If people asked me what I did for fun, I would change the topic. Because there were no other outlets in my life. To do that, to then becoming someone who can work from wherever they want, whenever they want, helping people, that was my dream. I wanted to be able to take my job with me anywhere and help people and have an impact while also having it support my artistic dreams. I was a very creative child that had to put all of that to the side pretty early on so that I could work and make things happen for myself and my family and all of that. That's a side of me that most people don't know about. If you've met anyone or anyone from my past would know that I keep things pretty close to my chest. Yeah, so I went from pretty much thinking that my life was just one of those like a hopeless burden, that like the things that I felt inside just weren't meant for me. A lot of things I would just be like, well, maybe in another lifetime I could be these things that I feel inside, until like my life imploded enough times that I was like basically at the point of like, fuck it, like let's see where I can take this. I came to spirituality through wanting to heal brain damage from all of the abuse I had sustained throughout my life. It had gotten to a point where I got out of a really violent relationship, and things just really, I couldn't ignore the malfunctioning going on any longer. And it was sort of like, if I'm at this hopeless stage, like I might as well just try anything, and that's how I got here. So that guide is built off of going from a really substantial timeline shift from someone who didn't know themselves, that the only thing I knew was work. If I was going to find any enjoyment, I was going to find like a fun job. That was where I would extract as much joy as I could from anything I could in my life. And I transformed that into this business and having a lot of hobbies and artistic pursuits. Again, like if you know me, if you've ever worked with me one-on-one, I will tell you that boxing has saved my life so many times. I'm very passionate about the fitness industry in that way. Pole dancing is something that has saved my life. So again, if you've worked with me one-on-one, those are two things that I have always recommended to my clientele. I'm a drummer. I do a lot of writing, a lot of sketching, painting. You know, I'm a bookworm, if you know me like that. I have a lot of creative pursuits, contortion, like flexibility, circus arts, a lot of eggs and a lot of baskets. And that was from someone who had to face down the uncomfortability of not knowing really anything about themselves. So I went from all I do is work and go to sleep. I don't know who I am. I don't have an identity. I can't tell you what I do for fun. There's nothing. Like there was nothing besides working and paying bills and still like being in the negative at the end of the month, working 3 jobs, all 7 days a week, a minimum of 11 hours, and still not having the money to show for it. That to where I'm at now, something that I never thought was possible for me. So that could be a sign for some of you, especially if you were getting this reading. I have that roadmap. It is, it's very functional. I'm a Virgo, it's very functional, and it is exactly what I did to get here. And while it may be seem very simple, it's effective, and simple does not mean it is easy. It is constant work, and it's a lot of mental work. You are creating new timelines, which to me is new neural pathways in your mind, and really rewiring your brain to see what is possible and capable for you. So if this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio, so if you'd like to get a little more information either on this reading or something else, you can go ahead and book with me there.